Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode in this series from Wonderful Wildflowers by Johanna Basford. Doing this third floral design today. Just had to have a bit of a fiddle with my tripod to try and get it in the middle. We'll see whether I have achieved that or not. Not really. It's really hard, but I don't know why. I changed my setup a little bit and I think that's okay. Right, so we have a really pretty floral today with these tiny little dots, a bit different to anything that I've seen Johanna draw before. So it rather excites me, I have to say, to do something quite different. Although looking at the rest, there are quite a few different bits and bobs really. So what are we going to do with these? Well, we've already done pink and purple and we've done a mixed colour one here. So we want something that isn't going to be like that. I'd quite like to do these three the same or similar. I'm just having a look. I don't often deal with sort of oranges, so I thought maybe we'd do orange. Just looking and thinking really. So this is my dark cadmium orange. What I might do is what I did with the first one and do all three slightly different tones of orange. So starting here with the dark cadmium orange, Polychromos pencils by the way. Sorry, I should have said. I'm going to avoid that little dot because I'm going to colour that in after with a pencil. If you accidentally colour over it or you find it's a little bit too small for you to easily avoid, then you can always colour it in with a pen. So it's okay to colour over it, or you can use a really dark colour, say like a black, which would go over the top of this orange really nicely. So there is that option for you as well. Gosh, it's been a bit of a busy morning already. It's 10 past 10, everybody is gone now. Son went first off to work, that was fine. He was organised and got off on time as far as I could tell, a little bit late, but and not later than he likes to leave, but not so late he'll be late, if that makes sense. So that was all good, because he walks, so you know. Then husband was flapping a bit. He'd been working from home yesterday, had to go in today. He was trying to listen to a meditation app before he left and it had adverts on it and that made him really cross, so he was more stressed than he had been had he not listened to it, which was rather frustrating. But he hates adverts apparently, but there we go. I keep trying to explain to all of them that adverts pay YouTubers bills, and so my sons have got ad blockers on their YouTube, which isn't allowed by YouTube. And I say to them, you're doing those creators you watch out of money. This is orange glaze. I'm going to do this one, but I'm just going to sharpen it. Because if you skip the ads or you block them, then, you know, if you've got premium, that's fine. The creators get a share of that. But otherwise, you're doing creators out of money that, you know, and they don't understand. I don't care. I don't like adverts. They have lots of money. I'm like, how do you know? Small creators really don't have lots of money. I think there's a bit of a thought that all YouTubers have loads of money. It's like, yes, if we were all Mr. Beast, we would, but no. No. It doesn't work like that for everybody. Anyways, so that wasn't good, but he got off to work. And then my other son was going to uni. He doesn't get stressed, but he's got an assignment due in on Friday at 3 o'clock. It's Thursday today and he hasn't finished it. He can't finish one bit because they're doing it in class, which is fair enough. But the rest of it, he tried to finish last night. He had half term and he didn't put enough time into it, which made me annoyed. But, you know, he's 20, what can you do? I've got projects to do, I'm busy, I've got to talk to my friends, I've got to stream, I've got to do this. And priorities, mate. Anyway, so he was working on it till midnight last night and he's going to work on it the same tonight as well, because he's got This is cadmium orange. He's got classes today and he won't be home till 7 in the evening. Then tomorrow he's got classes. Yeah, same. So yeah, he's going to be, he won't have much time. And he was leaving, the trains weren't running, points failure. So he had to get a bus, which meant he only had half an hour rather than an hour to get ready from the time he got up, because he doesn't want to get up any earlier than necessary, so he only leaves himself an hour. So that was, and his laptop was flat. So, oh my goodness. So he's had to take his charging cable with him, but he loses things. So it's like, so it was a good morning. But in the meantime, I was up early. I got everything done that I needed to do for everyone, got their lunch boxes and did all that sort of stuff. Got the washing done and all those boring things. And then I did a lot. I wrote my newsletter, I updated my website, I replied to some comments I had, I did a little bit of colouring, got myself organised ready for this video. So I had a very successful morning. So that's something for me to be happy about. Now, the leaves. Now, often with oranges, I do olives. You know, the earth green yellowish, the May green, the permanent green olive, those colours, which I love. I'm going to do it differently today because you need to see something different. So this is the juniper green. So I'm holding it up there out of shot. That's really useful. So the juniper green, and these leaves are really interesting, I think. What I'm going to do is scratch my head and wonder if my idea is going to work. Which way? Yeah. So I'm going to start at the top here and colour that quite intensely and then fade it downwards like that and do the same. Yeah, I'm also feeling a bit emotional today because my neighbour's moving out, and she's been here since we moved here. She actually bought the house off plan in the 1980s, and it's just got a little bit too much for her travelling to see her daughter, who lives about 2.5 hours drive away. So a couple of hours, it's a lot. So she's moving much closer, I think about 15 minutes drive away. So do you see I'm doing the sort of reverse on this side? I'm just going to go back over them and just really try to make that edge quite dark so you can really see what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, so I absolutely think that it's a good idea for her, but it is sad. And she came round to say goodbye last night, and then this morning when the removal company arrived, I just felt really emotional. But anyway, it gets me thinking about moving, I have to say, because you know we used to. Oh, I started on the wrong side, talking and not thinking. Hold on. Yeah, thinking about being closer to family and things like that, which is something that I'd like to be really, but it can't be helped. It's, you know, my sister is so far away, and my parents aren't that far away. But you know, my parents, I can hop on a train or a bus and be there hour, something like that. My sister's a lot further away, and it's not just a quick train or bus. It's you know, changing, and the station isn't walking distance from, I don't think, from our house. So it's a bit more complicated, and you can't do it in a day. So yeah, but the problem is where my parents live, my husband doesn't want to live, and we can't move now because my son's working walking distance away. So, and so would, you know, but he's only there till he starts back at uni. But husband just doesn't want to move, and I can understand why in some ways. But it is, it just makes me think about it when other people are moving, do you know what I mean? But also the town where my parents live is much more expensive than here. And I've always said if we're going to move, I wanted a house with a bit more space and that was detached, rather than, we're in a mid-terrace and it's fine, but I am often a bit self-conscious about making noise and things like that, which if you're in a detached house, it doesn't matter at all, you know. Right. I am just going to wipe my nose, and I realised I haven't done the centres of the flowers because I wasn't sure whether they would need to be lighter or darker. Oh, sorry. So I thought that I would, this is earth green. We're going to finish off these little ones with this. But yeah, I wasn't sure whether how it would look compared with all the leaves. So I thought I would wait. Now I want to take the colour to the tips of these little grassy bits, but I want it to look lighter. So I'm being quite gentle with how much colour I put down. I can put down quite a lot at the top, but I want it a bit lighter coming down like that. There we go. There and all the way through. Now, centres. I think at the moment, just looking at this myself, in the screen and the leaves are standing out at the moment because they're darker. So I'm thinking that I want to do the flower centres and the seeds darker, or as dark as the leaves, so that brings our attention back to the flowers. That's what I'm thinking about. So I'm now looking at colours and thinking, well, what do I do? I'm thinking I could go brown. That would match the orange and everything. Yellow is obviously too light. I don't have a darker orange. I could go like terracotta or sanguine, or burnt sienna is where my head is going. The terracotta isn't that dark. Burnt sienna is very dark. I think I might use that. We used that in picture 1 for the flower centres, but not in the same sort of way. So here it is, burnt sienna. And I'm going to start with doing all the little dots all around. Like that. I'm trying to decide whether this weekend, whether I'm actually going to take this book out of this room and colour some pages that aren't being videoed. I'm not sure yet though. I've just kept it in here and everything I'm sharing with you at the moment. But there are some pictures I want to do, like the one to the left of here, which I'm not going to video. And it's a really pretty picture, but I just think it's going to be, it's such a random page. I'm not quite sure how I would sort of go about making a video from it, if that makes any sense. So I just thought I might just do it on my own. Right, that's that bit done, but I'm not finished. What I thought I would like to do is just to put a little bit more, shadow, just reaching around my tripod. It's really in my way today. I don't know what I've done with it, how I've set it up differently. Oh, just hit my light. It's all good. Terracotta. I'm going to sharpen it and I'm going to use it to do some shadows. I hope they'll all show up, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to start here. I'm just going to pop some in there. Oh, we'll break it around there. Just where the petals are overlapping. I'm not sure it's really showing up that well. But hey ho. We'll try hard. There we go. It will show up more on these lighter ones. She says confidently, as it doesn't really. Oh, I hope everyone's well and enjoying their books and having a nice time. It's a busy time of year coming. I keep thinking about shopping I ought to be doing and things like that. My mum keeps saying, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, anyways, right, let's have a little look. I'm not very satisfied with this one here. I want to just tidy up a little bit of it. I can't see it that well. I'm actually due an eye test, I think, next month. My son had a letter saying he was due one, but I haven't done anything about it yet because of his assignment being due in so soon and everything. I haven't been distracting him with thoughts of that sort of thing. But he really does need to get it done because he's driving. He really needs to make sure his eyes are working. I don't know why I'm doing this on here. I don't think I really needed it, but hey ho, it's done now. Okay, there's another one done. It looks quite different. I'm hoping that I can make them all look a little bit different from each other, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be completely possible or not, but we will see. We will see what happens. But anyway, I haven't done that. It just caught my eye as my eye skimmed down. Did you notice? Now I'm fiddling again. There we go. Now I'm definitely going to finish that here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.